What? The Walking Dead Season 10 finale delayed indefinitely? No! Corona! Take my toilet paper, but don't take my Walking Dead! Ah! Oh, damn it. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the bad news. Oh, right. We forgot to do the intro. All right. What's going on, guys? Try back in here to bring another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving our thoughts. Walking Dead season finale being pushed back due to TS19. Oh, man. This one is so unfortunate, guys. I'm so disappointed in this one. Seriously now. COVID has gone too far. It's gone too far, you know. Toilet paper's fine. You know, all of my favorite stores are closed. But now... take my Walking Dead finale from me. You've gone too far, you son of a bitch. But seriously, though, this really, really does suck, right? I mean, now, obviously, this is a very serious situation with the whole TS19 thing going on in real life now. Here, locally, in Canada, everything is shut down. I know for most of you guys who are in the States, everything's shut down. You know, we're being instructed to stay indoors, to go home, don't go to the parks or you get in trouble. It's not like, it's sort of one of these things where it's like, it's not legally enforced right now, but it's like sort of like all the authorities. I don't think they've drafted up the laws quick enough yet, but they're basically telling everybody, go home, like go, if you have to go get groceries or you have to get essentials, fine, those stores will stay open. But aside from that, go home, right? It's really getting that serious. And the spread of it, you know, just continues. Maybe we'll have to do another video. Not that I want to, but going into the rate of growth because it's sped up this last week, and it's just crazy. It's like 9% a day, 8% a day growth over the prior day. It's just, you know, insane, right? Like almost at 500,000 people recorded, and then a lot of people are saying, well, yeah, but there's probably also people that haven't been recorded yet. So, and they're probably right about that, like people that are sick that don't know it or that haven't been actually officially recorded down for the numbers for us yet. So this is, man, it's a pretty serious situation. So people right away were kind of discussing in the comments, well, why do they have to delay the finale? And it sounds to me and you know others, I think Daryl Dixon online, YouTube Daryl Dixon, he uploads a bunch of the stuff for the trailers and stuff each week. He replied to someone in the comments basically saying that they have to put kind of like the finishing touches on the episodes. Even, you know, the way the schedule is kind of worked out, it sounds like to me, everything is kind of crunch time with the series. They're doing 16 episodes, and so they actually don't finish the final effects and everything right up until the end. Right up until pretty close to the release day of the episode. So it sounds like episode 14, which will be this weekend, episode 15, so we'll have actually 2 episodes left of The Walking Dead Season 10, because the finale, episode 16, is the one that won't be shown when it normally would be, which would be, well, at the end of the season, the finale episode. So, when are we actually going to get to see the finale for The Walking Dead Season 10? I mean, at this point, really, who knows? It could be, you know, anytime when we get word from AMC. I'll let you guys know. Hopefully they give us a heads up ahead of time. I'm sure they will when they actually get it, you know, finished, when it's all wrapped up and everything and it's ready to premiere. But who knows when that's going to be, guys? I mean, I hope it'd be in like within a month or two, but I mean, there's no telling if that's going to be the case. It could be way longer than that. You know, they've got AMC Deadquarters, right, which is their fancy name for AMC headquarters. And, you know, obviously, as with any other business, there's going to be a lot of people that work there. So if they're all staying home and they're not going into the office and it's dangerous, you know, for them to go in, just like every other company right now, basically on shutdown, you know, they're not going in. The episodes aren't getting finished for the administrative tasks. For probably the advertising stuff is not the same as it probably was before. Because who the hell is thinking about advertising right now when all your stores are closed? You know, it's like it's just the cascading effect of all these other things that you wouldn't think about at first. So you know, long story short, eventually we'll see the new episode. We don't know when. Could we do a prediction on when we think? You know, I don't know. Not really. You can't really do a prediction. It's like maybe say a month or 2 or something, but who the hell knows, right? Like how do we know how long this whole shutdown thing is going to continue for? You know, that has to do with government involvement. That has to do with the rate of spread, the rate of growth, of how many people have it and how fast it's spreading or not, and when we'll be able to kind of resume our lives as per normal. even to the point of our hobbies and entertainment and whatnot, and any non-essentials basically being shut down as much as possible, pretty much worldwide. So this is really crazy. But at least we have the next 2 episodes coming up. That's good. I'm looking forward to those last 2, 14 and 15, and then eventually seeing 16 later, whenever they get around to it, whenever it's ready, whenever they decide that it's the right time business-wise for them to launch that. It kills the momentum, in between the episodes, but it's just, unfortunate for fans, but safety of we can't be selfish, guys. The safety of, the workers, the people that do the editing, the people that do all those administrative tasks and do all the, the background, the people behind the scenes that make The Walking Dead work. That we don't necessarily see, not your Norman Reedus or your Melissa McBride or someone who's right in the spotlight. The people behind the scenes that make it happen, that don't get the credit, we got to make sure they stay safe too, right? We got to want that for them. We don't want anyone getting, severely sick or whatever because of entertainment, right? So we got to be reasonable as far as that goes. So the episode descriptions we do have for the last couple episodes here that have been released, and link will be in the description to comicbook.com where they have them. It looks like we'll be seeing the introduction of a new character with the princess coming up pretty soon. So she's a character from the Walking Dead comic book series, and likely Eugene, Yumiko, and Ezekiel will probably run into her as they're going through Pittsburgh, I think. I have to check the volumes to get all the info, but she's short, she's Latino, and she's crazy. So that's basically a description of the character from the comics, and we're going to be seeing her pretty soon, I think in episode The Tower, episode 15, so that's not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. That'll be actually the last episode we see of the season, I guess, in between this break with TS19. So it says, we'll introduce, so episode 15, The Tower, will introduce a new character from the comic book, Juanita Sanchez, Paola Lazaro, a.k.a. the Princess of Pittsburgh. There we go. So there's a confirmation it is Pittsburgh, in fact. The meeting comes as The Walking Dead enters into a new era with the introduction of the Commonwealth, which is just starting to happen right now. So that's good. Can't wait to see that. And then there is the description. Everyone reckons with the aftermath of the Hilltop fire. Eugene leads a trip to meet Stephanie, reads the synopsis for Look at the Flowers, so we know about that one. And then the actual, the group's prep for final battle of Whisper War while Eugene's group meets the princess, synopsis for The Tower. And then the pushback episode, A Certain Doom, the actual finale, episode 16, borrows its ominous title from the comic book that marked doom for a major character. In A Certain Doom, the survivors find themselves doing battle with Beta and his unleashed Walker army. Beta engages the final battle of the Whisper War, reads the tight-lipped synopsis for A Certain Doom. So that it almost feels like it's even more unfortunate that they're pushing that back, because that's like possibly the final battle of the Whisper War. That sounds really exciting for a finale episode. As cool as the Snow episode was last year, this sounds even better to see Beta's final battle, because that's going to be awesome. But, when we do see it, it'll be even more hype because we won't get it right away, I guess. So there you go. So that's for those 2 news pieces. Let me know what you guys think about those 2, about the pushback and, the descriptions for those episodes. Very unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Here's one from Ben7991 who said, what's the point of delaying World Beyond if it's finished? And I bet you he'd add into this the season 10 finale, because that's even more disappointing than World Beyond, considering we've seen all the episodes. We're going to see the finale, but then it's like, oh, not yet. Okay, fine. So we're probably going to have to wait a long time before more Walking Dead. Prayers to everyone during these sad times. So when do we think it will actually air? It's just like whenever, man. I mean, who knows? Like if this thing in real life continues, TS19 continues to rev up the way it is, which I guess we should do that video in a day or 2 now. Not that I want to, but I guess we should. Because if it continues to rev up the way it is and speed up in terms of spread, like it has the last week, like I said, almost 8-9% a day, 7% a day, these type of figures in terms of recorded numbers, that just means that basically before you know it, if that continues, it's going to be everywhere. And, we won't expect to see any of this stuff anytime soon unless that freaking thing starts to slow down at some point. And I hope to God that it really does, right? Axel's DDo Channel says, sorry, Trev, to each their own, but I personally didn't like this episode at all. Didn't like the Michonne episode whatsoever. So that's Alex's DDo Channel. So a lot of people actually said that. More people than I thought would. Every day I feel like I'm getting more comments about how people didn't like the Michonne episode. You know, you guys know how I feel about it at this point, but yeah, I guess I'm sorry to hear that you really didn't like it. I'm not sure what else they could have done, but keep in mind it's just one episode, and they're doing all this other stuff with Whisper War and everything, so it's not like we have all filler episodes except for that one. I think the season's been amazing so far. Ryan Burney says, did anyone catch the Easter egg when Michonne is looking over the names in the book on the ship? The book lists the name Virginia. Seems like a tie-in to Fear. New group has the same style of clothing as well. Yeah, so I'm happy to hear that Ryan also noticed that group that Michonne sees at the end does look like a Virginia type of group, right? It does, more than like a CRM or Commonwealth or anything like that. So we'll see if that's the case, if they use Virginia, some way to tie in here with Michonne leaving. And, you know, she's supposed to be back, I think, for Season 6 of Fear after some kind of time skip. So we'll have to see what the Fear group is up to as members of Virginia's group. She's sort of like, I don't know, like almost like a female, you know, Negan or Saviors or something like this. She's not nearly as funny as Negan, but, you know, something like that, because she's trying to get them all to work for her and this kind of thing. So maybe that is what they're going for. But I didn't notice the book list name Virginia. Ryan, I'll have to watch that back and see if I can catch that, because that's kind of interesting if that's the case. Anna Hunt said, Trev, the etching of Judith on the cell phone, was it the current Judith? Yeah, so the question again, how would Rick know what she looks like now? You know, and then FU had a good response. This is why I included this. He said, Rick is just dodging child support. He has been hiding in the bushes, watching the whole time. So we've gone over that one a few times. It's cool. Basically, we are to assume that I guess Rick drew it in the way he would have pictured her being at that age, right? Tashan Holloway said, this episode was freaking awesome. I loved it too, Trev. And we get a Michonne reunion in the movies, right? So yeah, exactly. So Tashan liked it. Not everybody hated it. And yeah, man, that's, you know, it's going to be great to see them reunited in the movies. Peter Francis says, I hope the big asshat Beta dies by the end of the season. So yeah, I hope he does too, man. I liked Beta at a time. You know, there was a time when, you know, he's big, he's fearsome, he's impressive and everything. Like when he goes into Alexandria and he's killing all these people and stuff like that. But when you think about it, I mean, he is a merciless, vicious killer. He doesn't hesitate if it comes to women, you know, unarmed people. He doesn't give them a chance. You know, he is really savage. He is really brutal. So I hope Daryl gets him. I hope so. I think that's what we're all hoping for. Aaron T says, bro, I can't believe that Heath showed up. Well, sort of, in the hallucination scene, but I believe it's just reused footage from the prior season. In fact, I'm certain it is. It's not new footage of Corey Hawkins as Heath. So I think that's his name, right? Pretty sure I got that right. So that'll be it for today's quick Walking Dead video, guys. We're going to continue with the videos as per normal up until episode 15, the next 2 weeks, I guess, until it goes on hiatus for a bit, until we see things return later. But we'll still kind of be making videos, you know, in between. I have some different videos I want to do, like maybe some movie reviews or whatnot. I'm thinking of watching back 28 Days Later and doing a throwback review of that. I've already done that before, but that was like probably 7 years ago or something. And based on current world events, I kind of want to watch that and I do want to watch what's it called? Pandemic, that's the name, series. At least the first episode. Do a review of the first episode for that. It's a new Netflix series, which just aired in January, and it's about viruses and all this crap we're seeing right now in real life. So it is, I can't wait to watch it through. I think it might be some kind of propaganda a show or something. But it is, let's just say it this way, it is super weird that Netflix had a new premiere season of a series about viruses that just happened to release the same month as this thing supposedly started in January in Wuhan. That is really, really bizarre. So I want to watch it through and gather my thoughts and do some background checking on that. Because if that's not one of the weirdest synchronicity type of release date times, I don't know what is. So I want to go through it and actually see. I'm still gathering my thoughts on this whole thing that's going on right now in the world. We're seeing this play out in front of our eyes. So there's some really weird stuff going on. So anyway, we'll go through it all, gather our thoughts, and see what we think. But I want to watch it through and do a review of the first episode at least. They did like a whole season of this show, and it's all about, like, you know, pandemic. It's all about viruses and stuff. really weird release time. That is the strangest release time for a series like that ever. And it's the first season. It's not like they've been doing the show for a few years. It's like the first, it's like they did the show, whoever did it, they released it this time on Netflix. Weirdest, what a coincidence. Let's put it that way. If you guys like this video today, please thumb it up below. You can share, you can favorite, and you can subscribe at the bottom left if you're new. That's it for today's video, guys. We'll see you again soon. Keep your heads up high, guys. I hope you're doing well. Try to stay positive. Try to eat right. Keep your health up. Don't worry too much. Get some push-ups or local exercise inside your home. If you can, squats. You can do them anywhere. And stay healthy, guys, and I'll see you soon. As always, this is Trev saying peace later, guys. See you soon.